So today we are going to speak about very interesting and in a sense famous question is about Shani or Saturn. And I'm not astrologer. At the same time, I respect astrology very much because it's huge and ancient science which is extremely important, and Vedic astrology is a very important part of, as you know, Kriya Yoga as well. But not all Kriya Yoga masters and practitioners, they, learn astrology and use astrology. For example, my guru Yogi Rama, he was not astrologer, but he received some basic, let us say, knowledge and education about astrology, but nothing more than just the basic things. In my life, I really spent a couple of years learning astrology, Vedic and Western, but just, it was years and years ago. And the basically reason for that was, just to touch this knowledge and not to become astrologer. Anyway, today we speak about Shani, which is Saturn, and actually there are 9 main planets in Vedic astrology, and if we take mythology, then it's like 9 demigods or 9 planetary spirits. That how can we describe it? And basically, when people come to the good astrologer, and a key word is a good astrologer, because if you speak with a bad astrologer, it's the most dangerous. It's like go to the bad medical doctor, the same, because there are many people who now they pretend that they know about astrology, but really they are nothing. And then can you imagine, then they're ready to predict something about your life, but really it is wrong. And then it's they may easily put some programming on you, and you will think that, okay, this is my life, but really it is not. But you can just, your subconscious mind may accept it as your reality, but really it's going to be just programming. Okay, if you go to the good astrologer, the main question is not to know what will happen this or next year. So anyway, the main question with astrology is not prediction, but how can you change your life? For example, if astrologer may say something good or bad about your life, the main question, how can you transform it? And let me repeat that I'm not astrologer, and we're not going to speak about astrology today. But my point is, if you take 9 astrological deities, astrological gods of Vedic astrology, 3 of them are so important that we have a tradition of all that 3 deities even outside of actual astrology. And one of them is the sun, and Sanskrit name is Surya. And actually in all traditions, including ancient Russian, ancient Roman, ancient Egyptians, ancient Chinese, everywhere people worship the sun god. And in a sense, in Christianity, actually sun god means Jesus the Christ, actually, yeah. And the meaning of the sun is your personality, life purpose, your wise divine leadership quality. All that is actually sun, in Sanskrit Surya. And we have a few powerful bija mantras for the sun, and it's not part of astrology. It doesn't matter what kind of horoscope you have. Anyway, sun is important archetype of your like inner world, your quality of leadership, wise leadership, true leadership. And it's important about your like life purpose and all the good your service to the people is sun. Okay, another deity which is both astrological and outside of astrology is moon, and in Sanskrit we call Chandra. And also we have, as you know, few powerful moon mantras, and the meaning is your mind and emotions, and of course also we have intellect, and I'm sure you remember that intellect is a higher griva. So it's interesting that intellect is higher griva and in a sense Ganesh, but mind is moon and emotions. Yes, and the moon or Chandra in Sanskrit, it's also deity or demigod or planetary spirit, which is also important even outside of astrology. It's like, doesn't matter what kind of horoscope you have, each and every, you know, human being must work with the quality of moon. And Jupiter is, for example, is more like Shiva or Dattatreya. Yeah, okay, we are not speaking about Jupiter as like, because in a sense it's Dattatreya and Shiva. But Saturn or Shani is really powerful and important. Again, we can call it God, archetype, demigod, planetary spirit, and okay. And why it is so important? Because you know, okay, let us say a few words about mythology of Shani. According to Vedic mythology, it's like the main god who is controlling your fate, your life. Shani is the main deity which control your life purpose. Actually, yes, your life and death. It's like, in a sense, goddess Fortuna in ancient Rome, but of course it's totally different from Fortuna. But okay, your good luck is in the hand of Shani. And in India, it's very interesting that people they have so huge conditioning about Shani, that some Indians, they just worship to Shani with a fear, you know, like, let us go and worship. And some people, they have so great fear about Shani that they really escape from any even mentioning about Shani, even if you just, sometimes people know that, okay, on this street we have a Shani temple. Okay, let us go around, not to come across Shani temple. But really speaking, when we speak about, okay, Shani, the inner esoteric meaning of Shani is not some demigod who is staying somewhere upstairs. I mean somewhere, yeah? It's an aspect of your consciousness. And it means you don't need, to worship, and you don't have to worry about it. You have to work with your quality of Shani. Shani is not some personality which is somewhere outside, but is your inner quality. So that's the key point to understand Shani properly. And Shani is good structure. It's a system. And it means if we take, okay, physical body, your spine is a physical representation of Shani. If you have structure, in a sense, set of goals, clear set of goals, so that's Shani. time management is Shani. If you have a clear understanding of your priorities, that's Shani. If you take, all files in your computer, and if ability to work with information in your computer, like, just now I see what's happened on my table, and because I'm just traveling, it's not really my table, I'm as a guest staying with my friends. But I mean, what you see here on this table is the clear message about quality of structure, quality of Shani. In this case, like, the person or people who are my friends, good friends, and they're owners of this apartment. Now, any kind of structure, time, information, priorities.
Discipline as well.
Discipline, yeah, that's true. Discipline, structure and discipline. And it means it's very easy to understand. If you have a good quality of Shani, means you may transform your life, you may, to achieve your goals, you can be successful. Why Shani or Saturn is the main god or spirit, planetary spirit for the success, because your success depends on your discipline and structure. Time, priorities, information, everything is a structure. And the structure is something not only about your financial questions, your family life, your discipline regarding your diet, the food you take, your physical exercises, your fitness. It's a direct result of your discipline. If you take care, and you take really proper food and practice Qigong, Tai Chi, Hatha Yoga, good exercises, then naturally you will improve in your physical condition. So it's a purely question of your discipline. And
Kriya Yoga is all about discipline and structure.
Yeah, that's true. The Kriya Yoga meditation, which is the main tradition for us, is actually the manifestation of discipline. And as I told like a few months ago, that if only people with a good structure and discipline may practice Kriya Yoga, and if you don't have one, but you wish to develop, if you wish to create this quality or grow in this quality of discipline and good structure, then Kriya Yoga is the good choice. And I may say that actually not only Kriya Yoga, but any spiritual discipline based on Shani or Saturn. Saturn in English, in Europe people pronounce it more like Saturn, more like German style. Anyway, Shani. Doesn't matter, you can be Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu. You need quality of structure and discipline to be successful, not only financially in your family life, but spiritually. Take all, Christian, Buddhist, and Hindu saints, mystics, gurus. They all are perfect example of structure and discipline. They practice meditation, prayers. They're really good at all that, priorities, time management. Spirituality based on priorities and time management. No possibility for the spiritual transformation, just purely spiritual, just divine evolution. No, not possible if you don't have discipline and good structure. Take Yogananda Paramahamsa, take as example Sri Aurobindo, take Sai Baba of any kind, Shirdi Sai, Sathya Sai, take all the Buddhist masters, including Dalai Lama and Karmapa, the all examples, Francisco of Assisi, the most famous Catholic saint. If you take all saints of Greek and Russian Orthodox churches, they're all good, perfect examples of discipline and structure. So it means it's look like the key quality for the man is Shani or Saturn. And well, if we'll speak about my Guru Yogi Rama, who passed away in 2006, I mean, he's not with us anymore, this physically. And okay, normally I speak about like his ashram, small ashram in South Indian village of Kanadukatan, the place where he was born, and actually that was the place of his main ashram. But really speaking, it was not ashram, it was just his house, and the next like building to the house was a small place which we call ashram. But really it is not ashram in a normal way, it's just his house. And like, the Sanskrit wonderful term, which is Gurukul. Gurukul means house of the Guru, that's more like that. And it's interesting, maybe I mentioned for you, maybe know that this ashram part of his house, okay, the main like was the Shiva Lingam and the Mahavatar Babaji statue, very small one in the center, but the structure was like Shani temple. It was not like normal Hindu temple, but the Shani temple, because it was all the deities of the temple was like faced to the west, not to the east. So it means his home temple was like, Shani temple. And my guru was great devotee of goddess Kali, but at the same time Shani. And, it was extremely important for him, all the things related to the Shani. And, he told me wonderful thing, and actually, I think I never mentioned it before, but he told me like that. Okay, just imagine that now flash of light and Mahavatar Babaji come just in front of you. Or maybe Jesus the Christ, or maybe Lord Shiva, or maybe Krishna, or maybe all of them together. Just imagine. Mahavatar Babaji, Jesus the Christ, Krishna, Buddha, Shiva, all come to you and say, "Oh, Dario, you are the best devotee in the world. Ask whatever you wish." And the most clever and the most wise request, question, and better to say like, "Okay, God, Lord God, Masters, give me perfect quality of the Shani." That was advice from my guru. If something like that happened, the most wise to ask blessing for the Shani quality, which is Saturn, or in more like European way of pronunciation, Saturn. If Lord God will give you a blessing with the Shani quality, or Saturn, or Shani, you will manage everything else. All the rest will be with you. But if you don't have Shani quality, you are good for nothing. I mean, even if whatever, you can be genius, you can be very spiritual, your grandfather may give you 1 billion of euro, doesn't matter. You can't manage spirituality, you can't manage financial things. Yeah, what is the question?
Can you say something about Shani as Shiva's Shakti Swarupa?
Yeah. Actually, we have a mantra like that. that actually the mythology goes like that, that the Shani is really embodiment or manifestation of Shiva and Kali together, Shiva and Shani together. It's like beautiful mythological Shiva and Shakti, yeah. It's like the secret manifestation, the most powerful manifestation of Shiva and Shakti together. So that means Shani is really like manifestation of Shiva and Shakti in the form of structured discipline. So that means, you know, sometimes we discuss such a question like grace. You go to Sai Baba and receive grace. You go to the church and receive grace from Jesus, because, I mean, any Christian church, Catholic, Protestant, or Orthodox, it's a very good place to receive grace. I mean, it's a really place of grace. But you can, let us say, digest, you can manage this grace only if you have structure and discipline. That's very interesting. And so anyway, your discipline is the main point. And so it means, you know, when we speak about everyday meditation, regular meditation, when we speak about, you know, regular self-education, it's very important to read books every day. Yeah. When we speak about proper diet, food, exercises, you know, when we speak about just, you know, financial knowledge, when we speak about, you may take any good example. For example, Albert Einstein. For example, Pablo Picasso. For example, you know, Madame Blavatsky. For example, any modern scientists, artists, people of art, science, and esoteric gurus. They're all people of perfect structure, including Yogananda Paramahamsa and Sri Aurobindo. Perfect structure. If you wish to be spiritual, you must to be a person of structure. If you want to be, I mean, scientists like Albert Einstein, anyway, structure. Even, okay, we can make a lot of fun about Pablo Picasso. He was, you know, sometimes drinking wine and make sex with too many women. But, you know, it's kind of image. It's just image. But really, Pablo Picasso was the guy of structure. That's the reason why he was, you know, great in art, in management. Do not mix it, you know, his image with real Pablo Picasso. So, that's about Shani.